Okay, so I'm out in my sunroom. I've got a Guthrie Govan Shaevle. I'm hooked up to a Vox AC10, and I'm now roughly 10 feet away from it. This thing's really nice. Pretty nice. I'm probably 18 feet or so away from it now. I'm going to back on out and go probably 25 or so feet out onto the porch. You won't be able to hear me speaking anymore, but you'll still be able to hear hopefully the amp. My friends, I was sent this for free from a company called, is it Shaevle? S-H-A-V-L-E. Shaevle or Shaevle? Shaevle? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but this is the SWS-01 2.4 gigahertz wireless system. It says Bass Electric Instruments Blue. Bass Electric Instruments Blue. I see on the box here it has a check on green, but I didn't really specify what color. I did agree with them that I would do this. We're going to take it out of the box and take a look. It says mini design, easy to carry, apply to all 6.35 millimeter audio interface devices. Transmission range is 30 meters, so that's like 100 feet, right? Yeah. Adopts 2.4 gigahertz digital transmission technology, strong through wall and anti-interference capability. I'll test that. Stable transmission delay, it says less than 9 milliseconds. I've been finding out that depending on how close you are to some of these things, it's way better than that. We'll test the latency. Port 99 equipment simultaneously without interfering with each other. I guess you could have 99 of these. So are there that many channels? I guess so. Built-in USB rechargeable lithium battery, sustainable no use for more than 9 hours. 9 hours, that's a pretty good claim. Typically at a gig, I'll play for about an hour and 10 minutes at most, hour and 15 minutes before you take a break. I have taken them out, and you can see I got the blue ones, which are good. I don't think they're green at all. They're blue, which is cool. It's what I would have preferred, I think. And it looks like it does have one of those dual charger things for USB. Let's take a look at them, one individually in my hand here. And so this one right here is the transmitter. As you can see, it says transmitter and shows the instrument on it. Looks like you got your on-off button. There may be a charge on this. I haven't checked it yet. Right here is where you plug the USB mini in. No, it's a USB-C. It's a USB-C. That's a good thing. I'm just curious. Let's see if there's a charge on it. If I play, a light does come on. It's going to be looking to pair. I'm sure I should not have turned that on and hook them up to an instrument. This is the receiver, exactly the same. And it's super lightweight. These are probably the lightest of these things that I have. I've got probably about 4 or 5 different versions of wireless transmitter receivers now. It feels nice though. This is kind of matte finish here, and this is kind of a semi-matte finish. It's not glossy from a plastic point of view. It feels pretty nice. All right, let's charge these up for a while, and then we'll hook them up to a guitar. The cord is a single cord that splits off into 2. Charge for charging. So you got your USB there. It goes into a split USB-C cable. Okay, so I have the Shaevle receiver plugged up. And I also have it here on my Telecaster. And so I'm going to play a little bit how it responds. I've been messing around with it a little bit, and it seems to work quite well. Nice. Going into a little Black Star amp here. Now, without me even changing anything in the room or on the amp or on the guitar, let's just hook a chord up and see how that sounds. That sounds... Not changing the position of the... I'm using a GoPro Hero 12 right now. And then back to the transmitter. In general, playing this, I sense zero latency. So, you know, I am going to test it to see for sure if it is less than 10 milliseconds. It has to be. Generally, if it's under 10 milliseconds, I don't sense anything. This feels very immediate. And honestly, I can't tell any difference in it and the cord using that A cable. The tone just sounds great. I'm hearing zero noise added to it, so they're not noisy at all. The materials that came with this, it did come with a little booklet, just very minimal amount of stuff in it, but it says it's 24-bit, and the frequency response goes up to like almost 20,000. So it's the bottom end's there, the high end is there. There's plenty of sparkle. It's not like... It's very transparent with the sound. I mean, that sounds like my telly's supposed to sound. So, how was it to pair? Just to make them pair, you push in for 2 seconds. That one comes on. Push in for 2 seconds. This one comes on. So they're both solid now. Then you double click. You double click. Now, my friends, they are paired and they will work great. You turn them off just by holding down 2 seconds. And holding down 2 seconds. Now, the thing I've not tested is I've been here within 4 feet of the amp. So I should go into another room. I'll do that maybe a little later on tonight or tomorrow. Now, me personally, I don't know what kind of gigs you're going to be playing. If you're going to be playing, I imagine if you're playing stadiums, you're not going to use this sort of device. But you know, me, if I'm ever 10 feet away from my amp when I'm on stage, the places I play, that's very rare. You know, to walk out into the crowd maybe and check the sound a little bit, or when you're doing sound check, sometimes I'll get 30, 40 feet away, and it says that these are supposed to go up to 30 meters. I probably won't test it to that distance. I'll just test it to distances that I know I'll use. 20 feet or less is what I'm going to personally do. That's just me. By the way, I charged them for about 2.5 hours, and they seem to be fully charged. I think the materials that came with it, the little thing said it's 3.5 hours from a 0 charge to full charge. I'm guessing your experience may vary. I don't know, but these, honestly, right off the bat, seem pretty nice. I just thought I'd show you how I tested the latency. I used this Flamma guitar that I had at my office, ran a Shure SM58 into a Focusrite to 4i2, 2i4, whatever the crap they are. And I've got the Shaevle going out. So I've got immediate sound that I can get off of the SM58. And I got the transmitted sound that I can get off of the Shaevle. Okay, so here's my latency test where I've just kind of played some little minor chords and stuff. And I made some various little clicks and such. And so let's go here and let's see where these clicks are, and let's take a look at the latency that we've got. So we can see here, if I zoom way in, we've got a very minuscule amount. Looks like right here. Looks like my actual audio click for the SM58 is right here. It looks like the audio is coming in from the Shaevle right here. So let's see just how much that is. Start and duration. It looks like it's only 4.7 milliseconds. Is that right? 0.00478. So about almost 4.8 milliseconds, and that is minuscule. Let's see how this goes. This is our proximity test. Stepping outside, putting a wall between us. Typically, as I've said before, though, I don't think I would get further than I am right now away from my amp, which is roughly 10 feet. Anywhere I play that I know of that I play, I'm not going to hardly ever do that. Sounds pretty nice. This thing performs pretty well. Now, how would it do over the course of a gig? I'll use it. I'll go out and test it, and maybe test it against some other ones that I have at a little show that I'm going to do in July. So maybe like a 4th of July party. I just got to say, it seems to sound really nice, though. Doesn't seem to affect the, man, that's what I typically get out of my AC-10. What do y'all think? Pretty good. And I'll also put the price down for this. I'm not getting an affiliate. I'm not working out some kind of affiliate deal. They just sent this to me for free. I'm giving you my 100% honest opinion. It seems pretty nice. I mean, it stacks up to some of the other ones I've been reviewing lately, and it's, I think, probably a little cheaper You know, depends on if you like this form factor and everything. But yeah, it seems to perform really well.